got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. So, it's Christmas Eve. Technically, it's Christmas now. I just got done putting out the presents. And figured I'd come in here and capture a moment. It's my first Christmas in my new house. And it's weird. We lived in our old place for so long. This Christmas feels a little foreign just because we're in a new space. We're not really settled yet. It doesn't look like Christmas, like we're used to. I got really nostalgic today because I realized this is another sort of transition. Christmas for me has always been such a, great big family holiday when I grew up. Going to big Italian grandmother house parties and just people running everywhere and mayhem and really big events. And I really loved it. I loved it. I mean, just those big Christmases were so fun. And I was a kid too, so, you enjoy them as a kid. Christmas is different when you're a kid, obviously. But once those big Italian grandparents, I had a bunch of different stages, which is what I was thinking about today. Is like this is kind of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. As I count out loud, this is exciting podcasting. I don't know, like my 6th version of Christmas that I'm starting here. Because I had one when I was a little kid with the big Italian family, like 3 or 4 generations. And then that was my great-grandmother's house. That was the ones I remember really as a young kid. And then my grandmother's house was most of Christmas for me as a little kid till I was like, geez, I don't know, till maybe college or so. Maybe even somewhat during college, actually. So like into my 20s, Christmas was at my grandparents' house. And then like the college years where Christmas kind of became different, you're with your friends and stuff. But my family still kind of got together. And then, but that was like this weird wishy-washy, no year was the same kind of thing. The traditions were sort of changing. Sometimes, parts of the family wouldn't show up or whatever. As they start having kids and stuff, it just gets different, gets more difficult. And I remember being very nostalgic for that. And then I moved across the country to California, and we had these, I guess the other part of that mix there would have been like not only like being in your 20s or whatever, or younger, or even in your 30s, but also not having children is like, I'm going to count that whole stage. And then once you have kids, Christmas takes on a whole new thing. And I just love it so much. And I'm nostalgic for giving my kids the kind of like same big Christmas as I have. But I think we've always done so many different things. Like sometimes we went back east for Christmas, which was rough. A lot of travel and, all that. It's pain. It's not very relaxing, I guess. But then we kind of just established staying here with our family, and we were in that house for so long. And now this is a new chapter, and it's just interesting. Everything feels like I have to establish something or make something good or make sure it's special or something, but it's just going to be what it's going to be. I'll do the best we can. But I love Christmas. This is going to be a short one because I'm going to go in and have some eggnog, sit by the tree, and just reflect on a really crazy year. Another one during a pandemic that we thought was going to be over. And, yeah. It's been crazy these last couple years, huh? I want to thank everybody that's listening to these. It means a lot to have this. I still don't know what it is or what it'll become, but I do enjoy it. And I hope that I can bring people some information they didn't know, or a different thought process, or I don't know, just something. I hope something comes from it. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting year. It's a big milestone, if you believe in time, for me, as a linear thing. Turning 50 this year. Whew. So crazy. 50 is such a crazy number. It's not that it's that crazy now. Like, looking in retrospect, I don't feel like I think 50 looked when I thought about being 50 when I was young. So I'm going to try and return to some of the discipline that I needed, or that I need this year, because, whether I like it or not, 50 is a big number in terms of health risks and things like that, and I got to keep it together. We got this stupid COVID circulating around, and health has never been really more important. And I just want to be around for lots of Christmases. I think my new goal is to, and I'm not rushing my kids to have kids or whatever, but like, they can take as long as they want. But I want to be around as a grandparent for kids. I think that'd be awesome. To be a grandparent. So, looking forward to that. I hope everybody has an amazing Christmas and an amazing New Year. Take some time to relax and reflect on just how lucky we are, I guess, to still be here and, enjoy time with family and friends, and stay healthy, and yeah, I don't have anything else. I'm going to go have some eggnog. But it's been an incredible year, and I thank everybody for listening and checking this out. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot. And I don't know, maybe the new year I'll do some other things with my solo rants here. Part of it is I don't always know that I'm going to be solo. Scheduling is always a nightmare, as I've talked about with folks. So sometimes I have some scheduled and they fall through or they change or whatever. And I think I'm going to make part of my dedicated work here something I thought about doing before, which was prepare these solo ones a little bit more in advance. And I'm going to do this thing that I've done before. I'm going to try again this year. It's 52 books in a year. Try to read a book a week. And because I haven't read as much this year for whatever reason, I'm going to blame TikTok. I'm going to blame TikTok. And yeah. Dude, I did go down a dark hole with TikTok. That's a whole other podcast. TikTok's very interesting in that regard. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. And I'm going to plug another podcast. It's one, I'm going to plug a couple before I go because I love podcasts. And over the break, maybe people are looking for something else to listen to. So I want to plug my friend Kim Crawl's podcast. She has a podcast called Crawl Space. And it's kind of like a Bill Burr solo rant kind of deal. But she digs into a lot of mental health stuff and depression and childhood trauma and the way she's dealt with it. And it's really, really sincere and heartfelt and I don't know, moving sometimes, ridiculous other times. She's just she's great. She's a great comic and a great person, and I really dig her podcast. You should check that one out. I do another podcast called Way Too Busy with the founders of Billion Minds, which you can find on billionminds.com. And that one's a really interesting one. We're launching a second season here shortly, and a lot of great topics there about just being more effective with your time and some topics like ADHD and stuff like that, meditation, wellness, diet, but also habits to help yourself get more out of your life, be more balanced between work and home. And I'm really proud of that one. So check that out. And then there's one that just launched called Focus on the Patient. That's really cool, by my friend Aubrey Kelly, who founded a company to help people navigate the healthcare system when they get diagnosed with cancer. It's really powerful stuff. And then my buddy Chad, who was on the podcast, Chad Nell, started his podcast and YouTube channel called Project All the Way. And it's already getting really interesting. I'm really inspired by what he did in the last year. And then the other one I wanted you to check out is Waterproof Records by my buddy Jacob Givens. He's been on the podcast a bunch too. Really cool podcast about music. And he's just a fun guy to listen to. So that's my, that's my Christmas 2021 wrap up is stay safe, get vaccinated, get boosted, and let's get through this pandemic. Let's stick around until it's endemic and we can find out for real just what the fuck has gone on in the last couple of years, because it has been crazy and there's been so much ineptitude and so much bad messaging, and I can't wait until we can clear all that up and move on. Changed. We'll be different. We are different. But we'll be okay. We'll be okay. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. Thank you again for listening to Piece of Chaos. And hope you have an awesome time these next couple of days. Be well.
That you're really a part of me. Yes, I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go too well. Why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that rings in the nights, repeats and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you ain't never gonna win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin.